What's up guys, NepentheZ here and welcome back to another episode of the pack only Road to FUT Champions. You can see there I have sold a fair few items on the screen. The NepentheZ card sold for 7k. I saw a lot of people in the comment section telling me that I was cheating and that I was transferring coins. If I was going to transfer coins, dude, I wouldn't do it as obvious as 7k on a random gold card. To anyone that thought that. Always get a hair in my mouth, crazy. As we pack another inform, by the way, what insane pack luck we've had on this account. This is our third inform on this account, and we've got 3 85 rated players as well. I was blown away by that pack. I think we got that from, did we get that from opening a regular 7.5k pack? I think I did, didn't I? I was convinced by the stream, because I was streaming this to open the pack there. But yeah, if I were to transfer coins, I would definitely do it far more intelligently than just throwing a massive bid on a random player that never usually sells. The reason why that NepentheZ card sells is because of the playing abroad SBC, where you are required Spanish players from not La Liga or the second Spanish league, but from other nations, which basically means any high league, so any BPL, French League One, Bundesliga or Serie A Spanish players just shot up in price just for that SBC, which is why he sold for 7k. On that note, there was a comment in the comment section that told me that for some reason Sacco is selling for 10k, the Crystal Palace left mid that I've got. I thought there's no way. I thought there's no SBC that's relevant to him. It seems he's had a downgrade. It seems he's been downgraded to a 72 silver card. And for whatever reason, as we open some more packs here and get that Abel Hernandez, which is a fantastic card for us, for whatever reason, Sacco is 10k. And just to prove to you guys, and for some reason as well, it's only on Xbox, just to prove to you, I can't really put it in the video, but look here, 9,700s and then 10,000s all after. And on PlayStation, 1,000 only for Sacco. You can see there, it's legit. It's not like fake or anything. So I hopped onto my account and I listed him up for 9,000 coins. Whether or not he sells, I don't know. There was like 6 of him on the market. There was a 9.7k one. There was like 4 10k ones, and then the one that I listed for 9k. I don't know if he'll sell, and I don't know why he's that much. I don't know what reason people have got to be buying him or forcing him to become extinct. I know he's been downgraded now so that there will be no more of him on the market. But in general, I don't understand the situation there. Into the gameplay we go again, guys. We've got some more FUT Champs games from last weekend league. Obviously, I told you guys my aim for weekend league was to get to Silver 1 this weekend. And if I had enough time, I'd push on a little bit more. And we hit just jackpot city with game after game after game. Not only was I coming up against real good teams and real good opponents, but I was playing really, really good FIFA with this team, you know. Obviously, we don't have the best team. We've got quite a few low-end players. We've got quite a few players that just are not good in very key areas, like Davies, our cam. You know, when Leroy Fer is out and has to be rested for stamina, Davies, who's on the ball right now, becomes our cam. And he is just not very good at all. He's got super bad stamina, so if we ever go to extra time, we end up left like with half our team just on completely empty, not even red bars, just completely empty. And it's a struggle. But I think people massively underestimate the ability of this team when they come into the game. You know, you come into a game like this, you see the team that I've got, you see basic chem styles, and you're just like, hey, this should be an easy game. So you kind of relax a little bit, and that plays into my favour, I think. You know, we talked about ELO a lot last episode, and in the comment section I asked you guys to give me your opinions on ELO and how it works, and what you think is the opinion of how it works. As we lost the game quite unfairly there, but hey, what are you going to do as FIFA? I've got a garbage team, can't complain really. The biggest things that seem to be the opinion of you guys is, number one, it's based on win percentage. Some people assume win percentage within FUT Champs. Some people assume win percentage within the whole of their FIFA account. I don't believe that's the case, because if you're, say, 7-0, that means you have a 100% win ratio. You're then liable to come up against someone who's 30-0. That's not necessarily a fair matchmaking system. You know, that I don't personally believe win percentage is an effect. Some people believe it's the division you're in, which has kind of been rendered not true, because I'm in Division 10 on this account and Division 1 on my Road to Glory account, and I came up against the same guy, so it can't be division based. Some people think it's based on your last 5 games, which again, I'm not saying this one isn't true. I'm just saying I don't believe this one to be true. You know, I've had so many runs where I've lost 4 or 3 in a row on my Road to Glory account before, and still come up against super teams and super players that have ranked in top 100 and stuff. So I don't necessarily believe that to be true either. And some people think it's based on your predicted rank within FUT Champs. This, for me, is one of the most likely theories that we've seen so far. You know, when you play 5 games, you get ranked, and you get ranked to the point where you are predicted a very specific rank. And so if you win all 5 of your games, you'll be predicted Elite 1, right? Because you've got a 100% win ratio. So in a sense, it is win ratio, but I think predicted rank is why it's what's correct. And the reason why I think that is because when I was talking about this specific subject on stream whilst recording this, a lot of the top end players that I know and have met throughout the community, you know, the guys that genuinely finish in top 100 or the dudes that are pro players, they agree with me that your first sort of 8 to 10 games are very easy, and your last sort of 5 to 10 games are also very easy. And it's in the middle where it's a problem. And the reason why, if this ELO system, if this Glico system was using rank prediction as a way to help matchmaking, the reason why that would make more sense is because your first 5 games you are unranked. So you're also playing against people who are unranked, which means you are matching up against absolutely anybody, and it would then be based on proximity, right? So we get to bronze 1 here, guys, as well, which is fantastic for me. So then it would be based on proximity. So, you know, do you have a good connection to the person? Did you search at the same time, etc., etc. Once you get to that 5th game, once you rank bronze 1, or once you play 5 games in general, once you hit a rank, it will give you a predicted rank. If you are predicted to rank in silver because you had a bad start, you will come up against other people who are predicted to rank in silver because they had a bad start, and then you would theoretically, and it's not an exact science, but theoretically you would come up against easier people if you were predicted to rank a lot lower. As you go through the games in the early stages, after games 8, 9, 10, you get a real clearer picture of where you are predicted to rank. And if you're predicted to rank Elite 3 or Gold 1, all you're going to do is continually come up against people who are predicted to rank Elite 3 and Gold 1. And because the win ratio for Gold 1 is actually quite low, you can win 25 out of 40 games. You know, you're looking at about a 60% win rate to get into Gold 1. Because that win ratio overall is quite low, it is very likely that between games sort of 8 or 9 and 30 to 31, you are going to be in and amongst that Gold 1 rank system, regardless of how good or bad you're really doing. Because even if you were like 10 wins and 10 losses, that's still going to predict you to get 20 wins, which is nearly Gold 2. You know, let's say you're 10 wins and 9 losses. That's a Gold 2 rank. That's a Gold 2 prediction. So even if you're playing absolutely horrendously, you're still predicted to rank in Gold 2 or Gold 1. And if you're having a bit of a decent time, you're predicted to rank Elite. So if you're predicted to rank Elite, you're coming up against, again, potentially people that could be very good, also predicted to rank Elite. However, once you get to the last 10 games, and that's why I think the middle of the field, guys, that's why I think the bulk of the middle of the games are difficult, because if this theory, of course, is correct, I could just be chatting out my butt, you know what I mean? I could be talking nonsense that's not true. But if this theory is a little bit more correct, you're going to be coming up against a lot of high-end players in the middle that are also predicted to rank where you're predicted to rank. Once you get to your last sort of 10 games, and you're close to actually achieving your rank. So for example, if you're already, let's say you've played 32 games and you've won 29 of them, so you're already Elite 3, right? For whatever reason, that's where you're at. For me personally, it gets real easy the last sort of 5 to 8 games, and it's usually once I've achieved the rank that I'm done with, basically. So if you've got to, like, you know, 29 wins and 4 losses or something, so you're predicted Elite 2 or Elite 1, what then happens is, because you're already an Elite and you're predicted Elite 2 and Elite 1, there's not many people in the middle bulk in the games 15 to 25 or 15 to 30 or 12 to 30 that are going to be predicted Elite 1. They might be predicted Gold 1 or Elite 3, but not Elite 1. So when you've already hit Elite 3, you're now predicted Elite 2 or Elite 1. So what that does is, if you don't come up against someone who's in Elite 2 or Elite 1, also predicted in that section, what it does is it goes all the way back to the start of the people that have got like 5 wins and no losses, that are also predicted Elite 1 because they've got 5 wins and no losses. And that's why, in my opinion, the late games and the early games could potentially be so much easier, is because of how the rank prediction works, and the bulk of the games in the middle are real difficult because lots of people are predicted in the rank that you're predicted in. Again, it could just be nonsense, guys. It could just be me spouting nonsense. But after reading a lot of your guys' comments, you know, I took on board what everyone thought and how everyone thinks. And you know, I also agree that I think location is very important. And somebody also made the very clever point of, it also matters at what time you press A. You know, what time do you search for a game? Because if I search for a game, and I spoke about this as well, if I search for a game at 8 o'clock and every single decent player in the world doesn't search for a game at 8 o'clock, but every single horrendous player in the world searches for a game at 8 o'clock, I'm absolutely guaranteed to come up against someone who's bad. However, if I searched at 8:02 and for some reason all the pros in FIFA decided to search for a game at 8:02, it's likely that I'm going to come up against a pro player. Regardless of rating, regardless of ranking, regardless of predicted ranking or skill points or ELO, like, you know, it has to match you up against someone in a timely fashion with a good connection. So there's a lot to be discovered by it, and I still think that EA need to do a little bit more with letting us know. However, if that was the case, that is why, if there was a situation where you could manipulate it, that's why ultimately they would stop people from knowing, because they wouldn't want manipulation. But hey, what are you going to do? We come up against this unbelievable team here, guys, from Eugene, Zanzibar. Just great players. Dele Alli and Hazard Player of the Month. SBC Chan. Ones to watch, Bailly, Kante and Gabriel Jesus. Just a really, really strong team that this guy's got. I thought this was going to be a tough game, and it actually was a tough game, but the game was decided by 1 goal. A phenomenal ball out to Montero. Montero into Abel Hernandez. Abel Hernandez pops the ball in the back of the net, and we find ourselves winning that game 1-0 in what was against an absolute super team. And I believe it was that our 8th win. Did that get us up to Silver 2, I think? But regardless of that, you can see the match was close, limited shots. I had a bit more possession, a little bit of passing, but in general it was quite close. And that indeed is our 8th win. So we are 8-2, I believe, right now, guys, after 10 games with this team. That is genuinely sensational. With the team on the screen right now, we are 8-2, and obviously the subs as well. I'm rotating players throughout the games, but with no chem styles and no, you know, not a formation that I want. And the reason why I'm not using a formation that I want is because I don't have position modifiers to change the players that I want in those positions into different positions. Now, right here, you see me open some bronze packs, and I fast forwarded this. I saw a comment in the comment section saying, why am I even showing this? It's irrelevant, and I need to learn how to use editing software or something like that. But anyway, the reason why I show everything, even if it's just fast forwarded, is because, like with the Hernandez situation, and now potentially in the next episode with the Sacco situation, I don't want people to sit there and think, well, where did these coins come from? Where did those contracts come from? Where did this pack come from? I need people to know and see everything I get and everything I do, so there is no contention with whether or not something is real or fake, you know? And for the extra 1.5 minutes that this video is longer, for me showing you some of the players that I packed and the value of them and what I do and how I work the bronze pack method, I think it's worth it. Anyway, guys, moving on, taking some comments from the last video. The first comment is from Stephen Berry. He says, who else is doing the Pack to Glory with Nep? Like if you are. It only got 1 like, but it could have just been because the comment got lost in the comment section. But on the back of what Stephen Berry said, I ask you guys, if you are doing something similar to this or to a Road to Glory, or indeed if you just play FIFA regularly, you spend money when you can, but typically you don't, show me your club. Tweet me your record, your foot champs, the top 3 players that you have with goals and games and stuff like that. Just show me. I love looking at that sort of stuff. It's really interesting to compare, you know, your guys' stuff against myself and how I do, like, compared to you guys. So it's really interesting, in my opinion, to take a look at that. So tweet me, guys. Tweet me what you've done with your accounts, with your club since day 1. Kabuta Plop, 1135. Why did he list Hernandez for so much? And again, he's talking about the last video. We've already addressed that, but that had some quite a number of thumbs up. And if I go onto Footbin right now. Somebody actually told me that I sold him for 7k, and he's now actually even more expensive because he's getting bought up a lot. I believe because he's transferred. Yeah, he's now transferred to a Spanish league club. And because of that, his Leicester card is no longer in packs. It says right here that he's at 4.5k, but his highest price on February the 17th, so 5 days ago when that SBC first came out, was 8.4k. So that again is why I listed that Hernandez for so much. Mitchell Parking says Nep should get Alex Hunter on this account. I will get Alex Hunter. I think he could be a very valuable asset to the account. This weekend is not really that relevant because it's Bundesliga or La Liga only. But for following weekend, when we're going to need BPL players again, it'll be important to get him. But I know it takes around at best around 5 hours to get Alex Hunter, and at worst 16 to 18 hours to get him. That's a lot of time for me to dedicate to get a bang average player. Although I will get there over time. I can't see it happening in the next week, probably the next 2 to 3 weeks, because I'll dedicate a bit of time of it to it each week to go towards picking him up basically. Dejan Craner says sell Bakary Sacco from Crystal Palace. He is 10k and then buy 2.25k packs. And again, as I mentioned earlier when I showed the price of Sacco, for some reason on PlayStation he's only 1k and on Xbox he is 10k. I have listed him. I don't know if he'll sell or not. I listed him at 9k for 1 hour. By the time this video is live, it would have either sold or not sold, and I don't know what the situation is. And rest assured that by the time you're watching this video, you'll see this Wednesday at 9. It's likely that the market has changed, and he might either be completely extinct because he's a silver card now, or a lot of people might have cottoned on that he's selling for a huge price, and they might have flooded the market, and he might be down at 5k or 4k or 2k or 1. I don't know. I don't know how the market's going to react, but it was interesting for me, so I listed him up. We'll see if he sells. Hopefully he does, because the 9k would be nice to get a couple more packs. And we don't need him. He's not required right now. And because we are pushing on, guys, to Silver 1 here. Silver 1 gets us. Well, we're pushing on to Silver 3 right now, I think, aren't we? We got 8 wins before, which took us to Silver 3. We're pushing on to Silver 2 here. 11 wins will get us the rewards that we opened before: a mega pack and a premium and a rare gold pack. Silver 1 gets us a jumbo premium gold players pack. So 24 players, 6 rares. Really intrigued in that if we get Silver 1 this weekend league. And then of course 18 wins gold 3. Not only does that give us auto qualification, but that also gets us to a situation where we get a 50k pack and 2 mega packs and 50,000 coins or something like that, 30,000 coins. It's a lot. Gold 3, you get good rewards for gold 3. So if I have got the time, I will push on into gold. I don't know how it's going to be right now. Kai Gilmore says, love your vids. I have no friends and I come home from school every day and I watch your vids, so you are like a friend to me. Kai, you are a friend to me, and everyone that's watching this series is a friend to you. Don't sit there and think just because you have no friends from school or high school, junior school, whichever you go to, that you have no friends. The internet, it's huge for connecting people. As cringy as it is, and as horrendous as this might have been like 3 or 4 years ago, I've met a lot of my best friends through the internet. Don't be shy to meet people, man. Go get yourself a Twitter account, or go find some forums, or use my comment section to link up with some people that also like playing FIFA. Maybe you guys can link up and play some clubs together, or maybe there's some other games that you like playing, some Rocket League, some League of Legends, anything new that's coming out. Link up with those dudes and play some games with them. There's a lot of people like you, Kai. A lot of people that that struggle with regular socialization. Regular like just meeting and introducing themselves to people. It's difficult in the real world to meet people, to make friends, because what if you go up to that person, you say hello, and they just don't give a shit? Like it's difficult. It's tough, man. But on the internet, it's very easy, because you can instantly find someone that has similarities to you in what you like and what they like. And if you say hello to someone and they just ignore you, it's a lot less painful than walking up to someone in real life and saying, "Hey man, how's things?" and them going, "I don't care about you." That's a little bit more savage. So use the internet, man. Use the internet. You got tools at your fingertips, dude. Use them to your advantage. Vertho says, the thing I hate most about this FIFA is that everybody just uses the same team. The amount of times I played against the team with Butland, Barty, Smalling and Marshall was just insane. I feel like nobody tries to be original and uses the same team. And this isn't like the user's fault. This isn't the person that's controlling the team's fault. This is the game's fault. And not like the game itself, but this is the game's fault because of what is important is important. Martial is used so much because he's got a lot of traits and specialities that are important in this game. He's tall, he's strong, he's fast, and he's got 4-star skill moves and a 4-star weak foot. He just ticks every box. He fits the meta. Eric Bailly, Chris Smalling, they're fast, they've got good defending capabilities, they fit the meta of what you need in a team, and they're super cheap. Same with Martial, he's like, what, 15k, 14k, 12k. They fit the meta. The biggest issue isn't the fact that you come up against the same teams because of that. Because, like, there are lots of players that I would love to use in certain teams that I can't because I'm restricted by chemistry. I think what EA should do is something that somebody recommended on my Road to Glory video is, you know how after 10 games you get the 1 loyalty bonus, or if you pack them you get 1 loyalty bonus. Well, how about after 50 games you get a 2nd bonus point, and after 100 games a 3rd bonus point? That way, even if you have someone in your team that links with no one, as long as they're in the right position, they will get 4 chemistry, and then if you've played 100 games with them, they will get up to 7 chemistry, so it's 3 bonus points. 7 chemistry is more than enough to play players on. You know, I play players on 7 chem all the time, whether it be wingers in the midfield, or wingers up front, or strikers out on the wing, like playing a right back at left back. I played Kyle Walker at left back for many games on 7 chemistry. 7 chem is okay. If they added a chemistry system that kind of worked in conjunction with the game, that would be amazing. That would be awesome, because you would genuinely be able to fit players that you would never usually see into teams. Alternatively, I personally think they should just do away with chemistry, because I think this is called Ultimate Team, and I'm not able to build my Ultimate Team because I'm told by EA that I'm not allowed to play a striker at left mid without very harsh penalties on his stats. How's that my Ultimate Team? I'm told that I'm not allowed to use a guy from the French League in a Premiership team without severely hindering his stats. However, in real life, a manager will buy a player from a different league and fit him into the team, and he'll gel and bond with a team. So they need to add that kind of element. There are ways they can do it without overhauling the chemistry system, because I think to remove chemistry might be difficult for the game, and to overhaul the chemistry system massively might be difficult for the game. But if they offer more ways to achieve high chemistry, that would be better. And one of those ways could be inform managers. Right now, a manager gives player 1 chemistry. Have inform managers where it gives them 2 chemistry. Boom. There you go. All of a sudden, you've now got a window to improve certain players by 1 extra chemistry point. Secondly, without overhauling the whole chemistry system, as I explained, 10 games gives you 1 chem, 25 games could give you 2 chem, 50 games could give you 3 chem, and 100 games could give you 4 chem. So even if you've got a player that doesn't link to absolutely anyone in the team, they could still get as much as 8 chemistry from the games played and the base chem points, and then maybe 2 chemistry points from the inform manager. You could have a player who doesn't link to anyone at all still get 10 chemistry. It would open up a window of opportunity for people to build squads with players that they actually love, rather than being forced down a narrative of Bailly, Smalling, Manolas, Nainggolan, Martial, player of the month Hazard, player of the month Son, Sterling, without being forced down these windows of these narratives that EA are making us use because the way the game is. So yeah, I do agree with your point. It is boring coming up against the same team so many times, but there are such specifics that work within this game because of chemistry that's the way EA have geared it, unfortunately. Last but not least, ESTN says, hey Nep, quick question. I understand you're allowed to do the SBCs to earn packs, but are you allowed to complete an SBC that has a player reward, for example, player of the month? Ali, love your videos, bro. Yeah, I can, dude. If I can get the players together, absolutely. I don't think we're close to being able to do that just yet, but hopefully in the near future, with a few good weekend league results behind us, and maybe some luck with some packs. See, if I got as we get to 11 wins there, we get to Silver 2, which is great. This is already our best finish, and we're 11-3 right now, so we've only played 14 games. So I knew I was going to keep playing because I had a lot of games available. But if I could get lucky in a reward pack and get a player worth like 1 to 200k, I would sell that player, open a crap ton of regular gold packs, 5k packs, flesh out the club so that when something comes up that I need a lot of players for, like that Dele Alli, I'll actually be able to complete it, because right now I couldn't possibly complete it. Anyway, guys, on the screen right now is the team that we finished 11-3 with. There will be more gameplay in the next episode, and then the episode after that will be the rewards again. So we got to Silver 2 right here. The task now is, do we go for 3 more wins to get to silver 1, or do we go for 7 more wins and try and get ourselves up to gold 3, which will also give us that automatic qualification. And if I can get to silver 1 quite quickly, I'd be very interested to go to gold 3, because the 4 games from silver 1 to gold 3 would be essentially the same 4 games for qualification as playing the actual daily knockout tournaments. So it would save me having to play the daily knockouts, which would be fantastic. But this, guys, is going to be the end of the video. If you did enjoy it, be sure to leave a like, rating, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. But for now, guys, I'm out. Peace.